everybody, and welcome back to episode 14 of Eden's Realm. I have finished what I was working on last episode, and it is completely working now. Well, except for one part. So, the hopper minecart is running back and forth, and then whenever items get dispensed, they run along here, and up into this line of hoppers, which distributes them directly into the bottom of the honey bits. So everything will run into here. For uh, reasons of powering and unpowering and stuff, I couldn't get it to wherever they would go into the top chest, or not the top chest, the top hopper, and then filter down. Because if this was powered, then it would block stuff here, and then if I ran a line of the hoppers here into this hopper, it would get powered by this redstone torch right here. So I kind of had to go with this, but it does work, and I'm really happy about it. The only thing left is the fact that none of the dispensers are completely filled up. So as you can see, the honey is still in all of the hives, and we got to do something about that. So I started on getting shears and glass, or not. I started on getting iron and glass for the shears and bottles, and I have enough iron here. I only need like 42 blocks or something like that to have enough iron. But for the glass, I need like, I think uh, it's like 4.5 times as many glass blocks as it is iron ingots. So it's it's a lot of glass that I need. So I ended up getting some. As you can see, I have another thing, a full shulker box here, and then I have almost filled one here. But it's really not enough. So I don't know what I'm going to have to do, but I'm going to fill up everything that I can right now with the shears and the glass, and we'll see where it gets us. So I used up all of the iron, and the majority of the shears are full. It's full to about like all but like 5 hoppers, I think, maybe 8 or so on the top row. So there's not that much more iron to fill, but I definitely need a lot more glass. And it got me thinking, I don't want to have to trade all of the glass, so that means I'm going to have to mine it, which means I'm going to have to smelt all of it. Because, yeah, that's how that works. So it got me thinking, and I think what we should do is finish up that double blaze spawner farm. So if you don't remember, there is a double blaze spawner back over near spawn where you can stand in the middle and hit both of the blaze spawners. So I'm gonna go and take a look at that, and I'll see what it would be like to make it into a spawner farm or whatever. But yeah. So I'm over here by the blaze spawners, and this is the farm that I have now. To just kind of swing and hit stuff and go and pick it up, and it's obviously not very great. Kind of slow, and there's not too many spawning spots. But what I've done here is I have added the spawning sphere for the blaze around the spawners. So there's one spawner here, and then another one here. This one's a block lower, but they're just a couple blocks apart. And in the middle here, we can see the entire area where I would need to stand for them to spawn in both. And I can easily stand right around here and funnel them all to me to just swipe at them with my sword and kill them. I'll have to work out a system to do that. I'm thinking I'll use lava. I think that's the easiest way to do it, but I'm gonna have to look into it. Yeah, I think that'll be the easiest. So I'm gonna go back to the base, grab some blocks, and I think we'll throw this thing together. Alright, I've got the blocks, but now it's time to tear everything down. So let's hop into a time lapse and get it going. And as my fire resistance runs out, we now have 2 clear spawners. The blazes were a little bit of a pain. If you were watching closely, you may or may not have seen some unsightly things, but I managed not to lose much, which is really good. I think the plan is to build out a platform down at the bottom and then cover it in lava so we can start moving them into the middle. I'm gonna have to space it out, but it shouldn't be too bad. I think I'm gonna do this out of a time lapse and just kind of show you when it's done. Shouldn't be too bad. Let's go. Alright, so I went at AFK here in the starter base for a couple of hours so that I could get some more iron, which, as you can see, I have quite a bit of. Need to pick it up eventually, and then we have that one over there as well. And then also, so that I could get some more powdered snow. I didn't have any before, so I set up some cauldrons up here, and yep, I definitely have some now, which is great. So 4 powdered snow buckets should do the job. I needed these powdered snow buckets to finish up the design for the blaze farm, and I got it all worked out. I don't know if it's the most efficient, but it definitely seems to work quickly and be quite fast. So let me show you what it does. If I come and stand right here, should be able to do everything. And this is the killing chamber for the blaze. I had originally thought that I could use powdered snow to kill them, but it seems that the powdered snow disappears whenever the blaze touch it, so that's kind of not what I had planned for, but it's okay. I think it should be pretty straightforward. Other than that, they all die and their stuff goes in here. Yeah, and it's working pretty well. I don't know if I can AFK it yet. I occasionally get hit sometimes by the blaze, and I don't know why. But if I stand right here, I can show you both of the blaze spawners are active. So that one is, and then that one is. But if I back up at all, so like if I come back to here, I don't think they are. That one still is. That one is. Yeah. But it's really touchy, so I have to be quite close. But it's alright. It seems to do its job pretty well, and I collect most of the blaze rods, and most of them don't burn up, which is what we want. So yeah, I'd say this project is done. Alright, so I've AFK'd here for a couple hours, and I have made some changes. Like this piston here, so I can still squeeze through and hit them. But other than that, it's basically all the same farm. Let's come down here. Nice. So I ordered all the blaze rods, don't have any more. But we have just over a stack of them, which is really good. So I'm going to take these back to the base, and I'll just keep them all there. But I think I have a plan for what we're going to do next. It's a little out of the ordinary, but I'll head it back to the base and I'll show you what I'm thinking. So the project that I have in mind is something a little bit different from everything that we've been doing. It's a mix of a build project and a farm, and I'm thinking it's going to go right in here. So I've never really liked how this little pool looks. I think it kind of looks weird, and I'm just not a fan of it, and I've wanted to fill it in since before I got here. And even though this is mainly where I come to kill squid for ink sacs, I've been thinking about filling it in and putting a new uh, pond here or something else. But I've had the idea to turn it into a squid farm and raise myself like a small plateau in the middle. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to go around and mark out all the area where it is ocean biome so we can get an idea of where we can have our farm. And then we'll go on from there determining kind of where we need stuff and where all the farm bits will be, where the tall part needs to be, and kind of all that. So what I've done is I have mapped out the entire area where the ocean biome is. So everywhere in here is ocean biome, and this is where the squid spawn. So the squid, as far as I'm aware, do not spawn in the beach biome, but they will spawn in the ocean biome. So what I'm thinking is I will have like I'm thinking a box kind of in the middle, fill it up with water, and then I'll either do the like squid fall out of the water and they splat on the ground, or what I might do is I might kill them with axolotls. I know I have 3 or 4 up in there, and I'm wondering kind of what it would be like. Since it'll be a passive farm, I might be able to just do 3 or 4 axolotls and just slowly generate ink over time since I'll be in this area a lot. And that might be the easiest way to do it. But then what I'm thinking for the build, oh, I'm getting frame stutters. What I'm thinking for the build is I'm gonna keep the surrounding water if I can, and just have like a sheer rock come out of it. So just kind of like almost directly up for, say, I don't know, 50, 60 blocks, and then probably reaching somewhere around that height, just kind of like it's been jutted out of the bottom. So it'll be, I'm thinking bits of stone and tuff and maybe some andesite, and then come up to the top, and then maybe we'll put some sort of something on the top, or I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't really have too much of a plan. It'll definitely be something that I just freestyle. I don't want to take the time to plan this type of build out in creative. Done it before. I don't really like it. But yeah, I think that'll actually look really cool and it'll be a nice addition to this area because it's kind of bland. But yeah, let me gather some materials to kind of clear this out. I don't know what I have planned for this. We'll definitely have to clear out all of the water inside here. And then hopefully we won't have to clear this out. I don't think... Is this all beach biome throughout here? I'm looking at it in my top left corner. It looks like it is all the way up until this swamp here. So yeah, I might be able to get away with keeping it all as water, and then just having that rock kind of come out in the middle. I think that'd look really cool. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the spawning rules on squid and stuff, and then I'll catch back up with you with a more formulated plan. Alright, so I took a quick journey to the nearby ocean temple, or monument, I guess, which is that way. It's just a couple hundred blocks, and I ended up collecting 36 wet sponge, which I will need for the next part of my plan, which is I'm going to clear out everything that is in the, whatchamacallit, the radius of the ocean biome. But first, we get to listen to these sponges dry out. Okay, so here's the game plan. I will place gravel all along the edge until I have formed a ring all the way around the ocean perimeter. And then what I will do is I will go through with my sponges and dry everything out. So it should be pretty straightforward. It shouldn't take me too long. Okay, so the entire outer ring is done. It's completely all the way around, and it encapsulates all of the ocean biome. So there shouldn't be any squid spawning anywhere out here. Which, as far as I can tell so far, there aren't any, which is perfect. Now the next part of the project is to basically create mini walls inside, like I've done here using this device. I'll show you what that does in a little bit, and then we're going to clear out all the water. So the plan for me for clearing out the water is going to be pretty simple in that I will just kind of take it, go up a couple, and then it should all be cleared like that. So it's pretty simple and straightforward. I think it's one of those things where if I go along the edge like that, and I continue to do it, something like that, that may be the best method, and then whenever I get down to stuff like this, I can just fill it in. But I think that's the easiest method. Oh crap, I don't have my hoe on me. And that should make it relatively easy to clear out all of the water, because the water is going to be a pain to clear out, without a doubt. And then going back through and removing the sponges and stuff will kind of be annoying, but it's part of the process. Because I definitely don't want to lose them. But, yeah. And then also, this machine right here is one of the coolest. Actually, I'm going to rebuild it in a better position so I can show you exactly what it does. I want it right about here. Okay. Gonna fill it in like that, and then grab your stuff. That. And then you do something like that. So what this does is every time you place a block right here, it powers this piston and it gets moved instantly. So what you can do is you can just fast place blocks here, and then it fills in everything over here. So let me show you. Come out here. And as you can see, all the blocks just fall down right into place. They fill in the entire wall. Now, obviously, I missed a spot right here. But, yeah, it's really simple, and it makes filling in everything really easy compared to having to do it all manually by hand like I did all the way around here, which is a really big pain. But, yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, it's going to take me quite a bit of time. I think also before I finish the episode, I kind of want to show you what I'm thinking for the big rock that's going to go into the middle. But other than that, I don't think I have too much. I think this is mostly going to be taking up most of my time in between now and next episode. Because clearing out everything here takes quite a bit of time. Like, as you can see, like, even just doing this will take quite a bit of time. But the sponges make it much easier, and I am definitely glad to have them. I have formulated some of my plans, if not on paper, in my mind, and I've kind of put them here. So, I know it looks like a very odd shape, but what I'm envisioning is so this will be one side of the rock, this will be another, and I want it to be kind of leaning over. Kind of like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but like obviously not a tower. It's gonna be a rock, be a stone pillar, I guess. I don't know. But this is kind of what I'm envisioning, so it'll be leaning over on one side. I think I might do it in, obviously it'll be three-dimensional, but I might have it just leaning over in one dimension, so like leaning that way, and then it'll be straight up on the other sides. Not really completely sure. Obviously it won't be like a complete square. But, and then on top, what I'm wanting to have is like a plateau that like slopes down as it's leaning the other way. So like it'll kind of come to a point at this edge and we can have like a cliff right up there. I'm wanting to have this edge closest right over here. And then we can have like a cliff that's like a, not really a diving cliff, but kind of the same idea. And then it slopes off down on the edge, and yeah, like we'll have, I think, some moss and grass up there, kind of like make it like kind of what's going on up there. Something similar to that, or maybe kind of what's up there. I don't really know. Throw in some azalea trees, some bushes and stuff. I think it'll look really nice. And then along the edge, I'm wanting to have like patches of tuff and andesite in like big blobs, and then I want to have a hole in it somewhere that like looks like a cave, and from there we can enter it and pick up all the drops from the squid farm that'll be in there. And obviously I don't have it all worked out in detail, but I think that's a really good plan to start out with, and it'll put us in the right direction to get this done, because it's a quite a different project than what I'm wanting. And then also what I'm wanting to do here at the bottom is kind of make it so that the terrain caves in around it, similar to what we have going on here. So it would like come out, and then since it'd be sloping in on this side, we'd want it to continue sloping in and then have the terrain kind of formed around it, because I'm not wanting to just plop it in here. So maybe like something like that. Oh, the game's slowing down. Hello. There we go. So it's kind of something like that, and then have like a pretty steep slope. Something like, I don't know, every 6 or 7 blocks go up some, but it shouldn't be too bad. That's kind of what I'm envisioning, and then like blobs of stuff, maybe some alcoves with like moss hidden in them or something. I don't know. It'll be really cool to decorate it and design it. I think it'll be really fun. But yeah, I think all in all, we've made a good start on this project, and I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you are as excited as I am about the new project that we have. I'm quite excited for it, even though it does look a little interesting behind me. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.